Hello everyone, welcome to the last part of this fundamentals of Next.js 14. In this part we are just going to be deploying the application which we have been building, and we have two deployment options here. There are many other ways in which you can deploy a Next.js application with a relational database, but here I'm just going to be going I'll go with Vercel and the Vercel storage, which is using postgres, and also I'm going to deploy this application also to Vercel and planetscale. Planetscale is using my SQL. So with that said, let's see how we are going to deploy the application. Let's start first with Vercel and Vercel storage. For that, let's go to our browser. If you come to the browser here, you'll see that I have the application here, this tracker. This is the first build for the application here. We have this tracker here. If you click on it, you see this is the original application which will build. Yes, this is it. Now what I want to do is I'm actually on a hobby account here. That means I only have one instance of a database here. Yes, I can only create one database here at the moment. So if you try to create another one here, let's try. You see that they're asking you to upgrade your plan. So for a hobby account, you only have a chance for one database. Let's go back. Let's even cancel this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this database here, and I'll create a different one. I'll create a different database here. So with that, so I'm going to delete this database here. If you look at the query, if you look here, you see these are the various things we had. We have the users here. These are all the users we had in the old application here. You see, you can also see the orders here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this project now, and here to delete this, let me see, I'll come to settings here. We have the name here. If you come right to delete here, they're asking you, they say permanently remove this store and all its data from the Vercel platform. Now in order for you to delete this here, you need to first disconnect the project with this database here. You first disconnect the project with this database here. So for that, I'll come back to projects here, and here I'm going to click this. Just click on this. Let me see. You remove the project connections from here. So remove project connections, remove. Okay, we have disconnected. Now let's go back to settings. Now we can safely delete here. I'm going to type the database name here. I'll say tracker dash postgres delete my postgres. Hit continue. Okay, this is delete my. Okay, we have deleted our storage. Now we need to create a new storage. But before we create a new storage, what I want you to do is come back to the application which we're building. Here we have the environment variables here now. So you see this data, this database URL. You're going to change this because we are not going to be using SQLite anymore. So you're going to change this here, and there are a few things which we need to change also. We need to come to package.json here, and we need to add a script here. So here we're just going to say post install, and for this post install we'll just say Prisma generate here. Now why are we doing this? We are calling Prisma generate here because in production Vercel is going to catch most of the dependencies here, and Prisma is not excluded. So, and if it is catching Prisma here during build time, then you see that the Prisma generate package is going to be obsolete. That means the Prisma package is not going to be updated at that particular point. So whenever we are building the project, we need to call this Prisma generate in order to give us a new instance of the Prisma which you are working with. So that's why it's recommended to put this Prisma generate here in this post install section. Now there are two ways in which you can do this. You can either put this in this post install in the script section here using this post install script here, or you can also do it in the Prisma out schema here. You can also do it in the Prisma schema here. With the Prisma schema, if you come to Prisma client here, you can type here, you see output. If you say output like this, you can just say dot slash generated client like this. If you do it like this with the Prisma client, it's okay, yes, but I love to put it inside the script section. Yeah, so I'm going to remove this. We also need to change this provider here. This provider is going to be Postgres now, and the database URL, we are going to change this also. And the database URL I'll put here, I'll just say post. This is going to be Postgres, Postgres Prisma URL. Yes, Postgres. This is Postgres Prisma first, Prisma URL like this. We are going to get this environment variables from our Vercel platform. This way we are going to get this environment variable. Now you can also provide another one. This is going to enable long pulling. You can also provide another one for without long pulling here, and here we're just going to say Postgres URL dash no pulling here. Okay. With these changes now, I think if we go back to our Vercel here, let's create a Postgres. So here, this is going to be Postgres SQL. Let's hit create, accept. Now we need to give a name to this database. So this database, I'll just call this tracker.youtube like this. And I want to choose the region here. Closer to me here, I think is Singapore here. Yep. And just hit create. Yep, we have the database created now. We need to link this database, because here the first thing you need to do is you need to connect to a project. Start by connecting your existing project and then one Vercel link in the CLI to link the project locally. So yes, they say you can link this project locally using the Vercel CLI tool. But here we're just going to copy the environment variables and paste it here. So let's connect the project here. We need to choose the project to connect here, and the project we're going to be connected to is let's see. Okay, we don't yet have the project here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a project which we are going to connect to now. But first, before we do that, let's come to look up here. If you look here around this connection string here, you see this environment variable here. I think the course was like here. So this is for Drizzle. This is for Prisma here. Voila. You see what we just did, right? You need to copy this URL, this Postgres Prisma URL. This is the connection string we're going to use for pulling, and the Postgres URL non-pulling here. This is what you're going to put here if you don't want any pulling here. So we already did this part here. Yes. So just to be sure, what I'm going to do is I'll just copy this. I hope this is the right thing we typed here. Just to make sure this is the right thing we typed, we'll paste. You come back, copy this, and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, this section now is done. Let's come to the .env here. We need to copy everything we have here inside this environment variable. So come here and copy, come to local here. You need to show the secret first before you copy. Just show it like this. You have them here, and then you copy the snippet. You can hide back your secrets. You go to your .env, and I'm just going to paste those secrets here. So this is it. Now what I want you to do is, when you paste like this now this in development, we are just doing this like this so that in development we can still use this Postgres database here. So I'll come here and I'm just going to write a commit message here as a changed dot. This is dot env postgres URLs. Yes, you need to first test the changes and then you sync. Okay, fine. We have synced all of these changes here. What we need to do next is, let's go back here. We need to go and create a project to connect it with this project here. So let's come to our overview here. Hit this new button. You create a new project here, and this is going to be tracker YouTube. This tracker YouTube is going to be the project here. I'll import it here, and this is the framework is Next.js. Output the same. Now come to environment variables here. We are going to do some work in this environment variables. So how is that? Let's check. Let's go back to our application. You copy everything. You can either copy, you can copy everything plus this postgres URLs which we have here. But the thing is that Vercel is going to automatically give you this, all of this. Yes, Vercel is going to give you all of this, but it's no problem. I'm just going to copy all of it, and I'll go back here. Okay, why? Right click here and I'll paste everything here. You see, we have all the environment variables here now. So I'll just hit deploy here. Okay, it's building our application now. I'm going to pause the video and wait for the build process to finish. I hope this works. Okay, our application was built successfully. You see, we are being redirected to the dashboard here. So what we are going to do now is let's come to dashboard. You see, this is our build application here. So what I want you to do is come back to storage here. Forget about the build application now. Come to storage. We need to connect this here, and it is suggesting YouTube tracker here. Let's connect. This project already has existing environment variables with this, yes, because I already populated the environment variables. So I'm just going to hit connect here. Yes. Okay, we're still having this error message here. So what I'm going to do is in production, I'm just going to remove that. I'll just put development here. Let's create. Okay, we are still having this error here. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to cancel this, and I'll click on this tracker YouTube. Let's click connect. Okay, we'll still come here. What you're going to do is just add one to this like this and hit connect. It's going to create, but it's going to put a different environment variable into our application with that one appended to it. But there's no problem because we already have the our right environment variable as well. So here it's been we have been connected here to this project. So let's click, let's see. Okay, it's here. If you come here, let's our data, let's see, table is not yet being loaded. Let's come to projects. Yes, this is our tracker YouTube. If you try to get the tables here, we do not yet have the tables for this this database here. Nothing. We don't yet have anything here. So what we're going to do here now is let's go back to our application. We need to run back the very seed command which we run in order to get our database, to get our data in our database. Here I'm going to run npm no, cap lock is on, npm, this is not even npm, this is npx prisma db seed Let's wait for it to sit out. Okay, we have an error here. The sit command has been executed, but we had an error. So the thing is that Prisma here is still trying to read our old data.url here, the environment variable, whereas we already changed it. I don't know why it's not picking up that change here with this sit command. Let's see. We have sit here. We changed it here. This is postgres. Okay, I understand what is happening now. What we need to do is we need to rerun this here. We need to regenerate this other schema here. So what we need to do is, let's say npx prisma db push this, yep, push is pushing now everything to, yes, you see a new Prisma client is being generated, version 5.9.1. so Prisma has been upgraded from version 5.8 to version 5.9. so if you see a message here to upgrade your Prisma, you should just click upgrade. It's going to upgrade your Prisma to version 5.9. previously it was 5.8. so with this change now, let's try to see it. Let's see it now. Okay, you see 4 users seeded, 20 others seeded, and 20 tracking information seeded. Great. Now if you come to our let's try to choose our database here. Let's wait for it to get loaded. Okay, you see we have the users here. If you click on users here, now you see our users data here. If you click on orders, you see our orders pre-populated data here, and also our tracking info. You see the name here is tracking info. You have it here right inside Vercel here. So with this, if you go to deployment, let's go to our deployment here. Let's go. This is a production deployment. Let's click on this. Let's go here. Okay, let's try to log in. I'm going to use this to log in. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, you see invalid credentials here. That means this password was not correct. So let's try another. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Let's log in again. Okay, the user was being redirected here to this dashboard. You see, we have every information now on this page. So this is it here. This is the user 4, and if you go to orders, you have all the orders here. You see, if you come to tracking, you can put the tracking information here. Let's put 1. Yep, you see, this is Augusta, Richmond County here. This is our map, its location. Let's try to track with 5. Yes, the status here is delivered. So you see everything here is working as expected. Now let's try to create an order. Let's choose a file to see if this is going to work in production here. Yes, it's working. Let's type here, and the price here I'm just going to give 14. Let's create. Yep, you see it is here. This is our order here. JavaScript for beginners. See, there's the logo and we have it here. You can edit it if you want. Let's see the editing option here. The carrier's number. Well, let's change from pending to on the way here. Hit edit. Okay, you see it's changed to on the way here. So even in production, everything is okay. Everything is okay with it. You can go to the next page here. See, you can go to the next page. This is the last page here because we just added another item. You can go to the previous one, you can go to the next one. So you can even search for orders. Let's say incredible, like I'm trying to search for this here, this incredible cheese here. Okay, you see all the incredible cheese we have here. This is incredible, and yeah, so the search functionality is working as well. Let's go to orders. Let's try to reset this back. See, everything is back here. We can go to all the orders on the way. Yep, these are all the orders on the way here. So we have deployed this application successfully to Vercel. Now let's look at another deployment option. Let's look at deploying the application to planetscale. Here, if you open planetscale, if it is your first time, you're going to create an account and you're going to be presented with a page in order for you to sign up for a new account. Now you'll be redirected to this page here to create a new database. You hit create new database here. The database name here, I'm just going to give it as I'll say tracker .youtube 2, the same here, and it's going to be a hobby account here, free. Just like Vercel, this is going to give you one free account which you can use for your applications here. And you come to auto scaling. Yeah, because they give you a free 500 gig of storage here. So everything, I've put everything here. Now they're also going to ask you for your credit card, but they're not going to charge you for that. They're not going to charge you for that. So yeah, this is just for protection purposes, for people to not abuse this free tier here. Just hit create database. I'm going to ask you the framework you are using here, and what I'm using here is Prisma. So you choose Prisma. You have the password name. You can give a name for the password here. You can just call this tracker pass, or say tracker dash pass. You create the password. Now this username and this password name are very important, so make sure you copy this password here and you save it somewhere. So for me, I'm going to copy this password and I'm going to save it in a location here. I'm going to say I'm going to call this new. I'm just going to paste that password here. No, not here. Come to okay, this is what you're going to be doing here. We have configuration, all of this. Now you have the database URL here. This is what you need to do in Prisma. If you're using Prisma here, this is what you need to do. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to copy this database connection string here. I'll just copy this. I'll come back to the code here. So we need to change some things here. I'm just going to uncomment all of this. I'll just comment all of this. Okay. I'll just do like this. No. Oh my god, what is happening here? Okay, now we need to paste this database URL. You see that planetscale also uses this database URL, just like our SQLite. MySQL also uses this database URL here. So let's go back to our Prisma schema here. We need to change the provider here. The provider is not more Postgres, it's MySQL. like this. And also we need to change this redirect. It's not going to be here. Here is going to be our database URL. So I'm going to copy this, come back here, and I'll change this here. I think there's one more thing we need to provide here, optional. Come here, you have this relation mode here. Just set it to Prisma relation mode. So relation, oh my bad, it's down here. So we say relation mode, set this to Prisma. So remember we copied this here, we copied this MySQL here. You see we already have our password being pasted here. This is the password for our application. So here you see this is our database name, this tracker YouTube here. So what you can do is, after all these changes now, don't forget to, okay, what is happening? Don't forget to say npx prisma generate. Don't forget to do this. npx prisma generate here, and you're going to generate this new Prisma here. Prisma, let's say db push before we generate. Prisma db push. Okay, we have it pushed. Everything is being pushed now. Let's also send our seed data. So say npx prisma db seed. And let's wait for it. Okay, 4 users seeded, 20 users seeded, 20 orders seeded, and 20 tracking info seeded. Okay, so we have our data seeded right now. So what I'll need to do is, I just need to copy this, or copy this here, this database URL. I'll go back to our Vercel, because we are still using Vercel. Remember, we are still using Vercel in order to build our application here. Right now we need to disconnect this database. We need to disconnect our database here. So I'll come back here, come to storage, I'll come here, come to project, I'll click this database here, and I'll remove this project here, remove connection. Okay, it is removed. If you go back here, you see that let's see, let's come to deployment here. Okay, everything, because this data is cached, that's why we are able to see this data now like this, because it's cached. So come back here, let's do some few adjustments to this deployment here. Let's come to settings, come to environment variables. Remember the environment variable which we copied here, I need to paste it here, database URL. Let's copy back the URL from our code here. It is all of this string here. Yes, we have the database URL here now. So what we can do is, let's just go now. Let's stage the changes. I'll say Prisma planet scale deploy. Let's see the changes. We are going to have a new build in our project here. Let's come to deployment. You see we are having a new build here. Okay, the build is ready. You see, this is the current build here. Let's go. So if you go back, let's okay, this is a build here. Try to click on this YouTube here. We are at the dashboard now. We are still logged in at the same user, but look, if you come to all our orders here, you see that this, we don't have the order which we just created here. We are having but the new orders which we just seeded. This is because our database is no more using the Vercel database. It is using the database from planetscale, because we do not have any orders here right now. So if you go to the next page here, yes, this is the next page. You see, we do not have the order. Let's come back here. Now, if you try to edit, let's try to edit this one here. This on the way. Carolina, I want to set this to delivered now. Here. And let's just change the tracker name here too. Let's say booking. And yes, arrival time is already arrived. So let's hit edit order. Okay, this is it. This is the order we just created here. We just edited. See, it's delivered here. So if you go to track it, you see now it's delivered. So let's come back here, and yep, you see, if you try to create an order here, it's still going to work as well. Let's get this one. Let's get the destination. Choose this product name here and create. Yes, this is it here, pending. So you see, we are able to deploy this application both on Vercel with the Vercel postgres database storage, and also with Vercel and planetscale database storage using my MySQL. So this is it about deployment and this video here. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial here for beginners, and from here onward what we're going to be doing is we're going to build a big project. Yes, actually a big project with all the functionalities here. We're going to have a dashboard. You guys have been requesting for an application with the dashboard, because the last one we built, we didn't have really like a full-fledged dashboard. We just had the users section, but in this one we are going to have a dashboard, an admin dashboard. Yes, and it's going to be really big. I'm already working on it. Yes, so it's going to come probably inside next month. You're going to see the sections of it coming up. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like the videos, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. So yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.